Hello everybody and a warm welcome back. I hope you are all doing well. And welcome aboard U.S. Airways, or America West, something like that they're called now. Flight 512 from here in Augusta Regional Airport. Yes, the peach pies and the pecan pies are all on board, don't worry. And we are in Xplane 12.1.3 Beta 1. I am not using Ortho. SimHeaven is installed, but not Ortho. This is default live weather because 12.1.3 supposedly worked on some of the weather and stuff like that. So, yeah, we are using the default weather. I'm looking at the METAR. It is registering clear skies. We just finished loading up and all that. I'm going to bring you back when we're on the runway. We are in the Xcrafts ERJ175. This is version 3.0.0. It is completely freeware. And we're going to give it a shake. I haven't flown this in so long. I'm going to say almost a year, something like that. I don't know. It's been well, maybe not that long, but 6 months. I'm going to say I don't remember a lot from flying it. I think I did one flight in it at some point. If I did and I still have it on the channel from when I purged it, I'll put a link up here in the top for you. I'm glad to have you on board. Don't forget, smash like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the whole routine. You want to help the channel out? You can. We are going to check out a new payware scenery I acquired thanks to viewer donations. As we do not accept sponsored content, we are viewer driven and viewer funded. You'd like to join them, like Kitster and Cindy? Click show more. You'll find a link not only to my Discord, but how you can support the channel, PayPal, or just buy me an Xplane gift card. It all goes back into the sim anyways. And we're going to be going to check out Drzewiecki's rendition of Ronald Reagan Washington International Airport in Washington, D.C. It includes the city pack. It should be a sunset approach. We should see what it's going to look like. I am glad to have you on board. And here we go, folks, as we pull up to runway 35 here at Augusta. We're doing the Chat 6. I'm going to say Chattanooga. 6 departure. I've turned the strobes landing lights on already. Cabin crew has been alerted. And here we go. Bit of reasoning for why I'm not using AutoOrtho and I'm not using like my X Enviro or Active Sky. I want to see what... I mean, SimHeaven, you should have SimHeaven for the AutoGen anyway. I probably could have disabled it in X Organizer. Maybe I should have. But I wanted you to see what this aircraft, the airport we're going to, and that would be using default weather, default terrain, everything else like that. Here we go. Very particular order I have to do that stuff in. And we are stable, and up we go. And I want you up around Toga. There we go. Like I said, no auto throttle. Forward pressure on the stick. And we'll go up around 135 and that will do. Positive rate, gear up. And now what I'm going to do, and these have to be done in an order, we're going to do, which one? Auto throttle, but I'm going to pull back the power to around here to arrest that out of control descent rate. We are going to do flight level change and then autopilot. And that should help us out a little bit there. And we're at speed on elevator. When I get to 180, which we are, I will get the flaps basically up. I'll leave the slats out until around 210. And now they'll come out. And there we go. Now it's going to kind of manage the throttle. And there we go. Outside. So there we are. The sim having definitely helps. I changed the winglets to the enhanced winglets. You can do that up here in plugins, E175. You can do that or the default. You can switch them on the fly. I am going to go with the enhanced simply because we can. I can't remember if I flew down here once and some ortho is going to actually be cache or not. Because I remember doing a flight from Toronto down to Miami on the 777. I didn't record it, I just like kind of did it. So, the Synops pages are all modeled, all of them on here. Obviously in the paid version there is much more that is modeled, and it also has a functional VNav. What are we climbing? Around 3,000 feet per minute. Yeah. Watching some of the videos, and we'll leave you there, but what we can do is get you off, and you off. Cabin altitude is rising. Everything else is good. The white lights, that's fine. I don't need anti-ice. I don't need the APU. And that's all good. And as you see, it's starting to come down slightly, which I am perfectly fine with. Probably climb speed should be 210. I set 240. So that was my main thinking behind not doing the whole... I could have swore I turned the landing lights off. I did. Oh, the taxi lights and that stuff are on. Okay, my bad. I'm going to wait for the turn, then we go primarily in a sort of straight line, if you will. And as you see, it's kind of mellowing out. We're getting more of a headwind. The throttles. There's two things. Speed on elevator, which is the E, and speed on thrust, which is where I believe you're managing it. This is by no means a lesson in how to fly this aircraft. There is a video made by Marco, the founder of Xcrafts. I will do my best to put a link in the description down below, along with where you can get the aircraft and get the airport we are flying to, and you know, get better pushback and AviTab and AutoOrtho, Active Sky, you know, all that kind of stuff. As well as my Discord, which is free to join. You don't have to make a donation to join my Discord. I hate that people put their Discord behind a paywall. I mean, I kind of understand it, don't get me wrong. This is how you adjust the range on here. This had, like, I don't know. We'll turn them on, we'll see. I can't see it having a functional weather radar. As we continue to climb. And you can see we are tracking LNAV via the FMS, which is whatever is in here. Don't like it doesn't have the altitudes, but it's like you're just going to climb up the entire time. Okay, I kind of get it. Obviously, the paid version would have far more detail in here. A lot more pages. And auto brake is off. That is great. Gear is up. Very simple landing gear. Spoilers are here. Parking brake here. Flaps are here. Throttle is here. Your transponder. This, unlike the paid version, does not auto-tune the ILS. So you will need to tune it yourself for the runway you plan on landing on. I've already set decision height at 200. And there we go. I'll wait for it to kind of straighten out. It overshoots. I don't know what it is with all the airliners of late. I had the same issue in Microsoft. They overshoot. Like, their bank angle is set so harsh. It's like you could have done this at, like, a bank angle of 20. There's no reason to go to max. And now that we're there, we will get you up to 270 and put you to standard. Maybe in the payware one it does. I'm hoping this or the 170 goes on sale. And my reasoning for that is because outside. I have the Zebo. And the standard configuration also on the Zebo can be 160. To have an aircraft that's going to handle 135 or something like that, like the Embraer 1000 or what, it makes no sense to me. It's like I just fly the Zebo. You know, or something of that nature. All in all, got a bit of ground effect going on, sort of almost like a foggy haze kind of thing. The sun is setting, it's the angle of the sun. Performance is good in 12.1.3. And for default weather and that, doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. I'll show you the flight plan. Let's bring you over to here. Boom. There you go, and you can see where we are flying. We are on the Chat 6 via the HOGAP transition, and we will be going into Reagan on runway 1 is active, and it's marked for arrival, so no visual on the river and that, but you know, I like flying on live weather, live time. This is as much a first look at KDCA, other than being parked there and posting some screenshots in Discord, as it is of testing out 12.1.3 of Xplane 12 Beta 1 and its weather rendition and all that. A lot of the changes also had to do with the built-in ATC. I don't use it. If I want ATC, I'm going on VATSIM or Pilot Edge. Simple as that. I want real-world ATC. But that's myself. I know not everyone is comfortable on it, or perhaps has hearing disabilities or something of that nature that limits their ability to really take advantage of things like iVal and Pilot Edge and VATSIM. But for me, I would just sooner do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep on climbing up. Then I'll probably increase the cruise speed to 280. About Mach 0.76, something like that. And I will bring you back when we are probably just after top and descent, something like that, as we go in to the nation's capital, Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport in Washington, D.C., into the custom rendition of it by Drzewiecki Designs in the Xcrafts ERJ175 version 3.00, the freeware one. I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for flying along with me. Hey everyone, and a warm welcome, Jack. Just a little mid-flight update as the sun is getting ready to set. What have we got? We're about 60 miles from top of descent, 160 from Washington. The aircraft has performed perfectly fine. That wasn't snow, was it? It's got to be like... No, it's water, lakes and such. Okay. I was going to say. The way the light was, it's like, it's too flat to have snow. The aircraft has performed perfectly fine. The weather is looking good. Frame rate is good. I'll bring you back. We'll see if I can land this thing. That's always an issue. No matter what, even aircraft I know really well. This one I've not flown in ages, but we'll see. I just wanted to let you know we're cruising along beautifully at, what are we at, Mach 0.76 or something like that? Mach 0.786 at 31,000 feet. Been fighting this cross headwind the entire flight. So we'll be landing pretty dang light, I can tell you that much. So I'm thinking we've got like 6 levels of flaps. Yeah, we'll probably be on flaps 4 maybe. We'll be landing pretty slow and not leading a heck of a lot of auto brake, I don't think. I'll still err on the side of caution and use the thrust reverse. Glad to have you on board. See you when we are further into the top of descent. Thanks for flying along. And here we go, folks. A little under the flight path altitude, as you can see, but you know, not having flown this for a while, I did start top of descent just about 6 nautical miles early. Xplane, well, I don't know if it's Xplane or Windows is doing something in the background, which is annoying me. I've had great frame rates and everything. with the aircraft and everything else like that. Waves, we want to be around 21,000, and I think I've judged it fairly well. This, I'm going, actually that's the wrong altitude. I want around 2,000. And then I want 1,600, which is the intercept altitude. And I'm just going to let it keep doing this as it is. Right now it is still managing the throttles for me. As the sun is getting to set. The weather earlier today, I was going to do a flight earlier. It was ugly. There was like 15, 16 knot winds. Gusting on and off. Outside. Ah. Good looking aircraft. Just going to say. Again, it's completely freeware. And again, agenda free. I don't care if you download this aircraft or not. There is a paid version of it which has fully functional VNav and auto throttle and an authentic Embraer, you know, ERJ FMC that Xcraft customized instead of this, which is basically the default Xplane 12 unit. Okay, and now I do need to, I can see, increase the descent rate a bit. 2.5 is what it was based on, which was the flight path angle. That seems to be fairly good. Like I said, we're going to be light on fuel, so auto brake low, for sure. I have already armed the, well, I had it armed. Oh, I know why, because I was using the speed brake for a little bit. Which I'm not going to do so now. Take you back down to around 2.5. I'm looking at this here. To bring this. Because right now I'm under the glide slope, and I'll be honest with you, that doesn't technically bother me. Well, not the glide slope, but flight planned altitude. As I mentioned, do not take this on VATSIM. It is not ready for that. If you want to do that, then you're going to have to buy the freeware one. You're going to have to buy the payware one, sorry. It's as simple as that. I think around 2,000 should do, maybe 1,800. I will just let it keep coming down, and 2992 is actually the altimeter at Reagan, and let's get them sitting back in their seats. And here we go. This is my center line, give, take. It's not a rocket, it's not an exact science. And I am going to start to slow us down, actually, in anticipation of 250, but I'm going to go to 240 and put some speed brake out to give it a hand. Just a little bit, nothing drastic. We are below the profile, so again, no, this is not a lesson in how to fly this aircraft. One I'm not a real I'm not a real world pilot. Second, this is for entertainment, and trust me, my landings are often entertainment in and of themselves. And not been having good luck with those lately. Well, that's slowing down nicely. And then I think we can put you up just a bit. And that will allow me to get rid of that. I want to at least try get it to a normal level. Lovely. Washington will be lit up. Katrin, we need to be below 2,000. It's interesting, it doesn't show all the places that are actually on the star. I'm sure in the paid version they do, but in this version they do not. I will let it slow down. I think 230 will be fine. I know one thing, we should have you on. And if you want to see the changes you're making, you can tell on here. You scroll up and it says down, but it's actually up. It's kind of weird. I may have something sort of reversed, like on the mouse wheel or something like that. I'm not sure. Kind of reminds me of British Columbia. The sun comes out just in time for it to go down. Especially this time of year. Speed brake out. Well, it's a pretty quick turn, and then another turn, so. We'll slow down to 210. Ah, lovely. It does have a modeled cabin, just in case you're curious. Yeah, we'll get that close. Shouldn't have been able to do that, but we'll let that one slide. That wind just does not want to let up at all. I have really cut back the descent I don't even know why I'm doing that. It's not the one I'm using. It's this one. There we go. Let's get back on profile somewhat. Like, it's skipping a bunch of stuff like haul and all that. So there we go. Make sure you tune in the ILS. In the real aircraft, you wouldn't have to. And in the paid aircraft of like this Xcraft, it automatically tuned. I don't think this radio even exists. It's all in here. And all of this kind of stuff I'm doing with FPA and all that stuff, you don't have to do any of that. Again, don't care if you download this or buy the aircraft. I'm keeping my eye out. I'm hoping for Black Friday. I wouldn't mind this aircraft or the 170. Something a little smaller than the 737, the Zebo. Not that you can't do regional hots in a Zebo. You can. But this is obviously more efficient. It also opens up more routes. To you, especially real-world routes. There are a number of liveries that are included with this. I think Delta Connect, let me see. Xplane, aircraft. Where are we? There you go. Alaska as a Horizon Air, but it's owned by Alaskan. SkyWest, US Airways, black, white. I'm flying the black. You got a plain white and a white with dirty fuselage and that. Alitalia, Delta, Embraer, Air Canada. I think the video I did on the channel, I was flying Air Canada. And I posted a screenshot last night or the night before, flying Air Canada. Yeah, I think we're going to be on perfectly. Let's go to preview. 07 is the heading, and that is the runway heading. Still below profile, so that's perfectly fine. What do I need to be at, Catherine? Catherine, 2500 or below. I think we might make that, actually. These things always come up on me quick and they catch me off guard. That might be our airport over there, actually. You simply don't want to, okay, be like that. I have that problem with all kinds of aircraft. My speed brake never maybe it's because I'm at a certain speed. And it's like, you don't want this pre-armed. There we go. Now we're more on profile. Perfect. That says I'm really low. This tells me I'm on profile. Again, freeware. So, and as you saw when I showed you the aircraft folder, there is a 195 as well. I don't know why. I did do a flight once in the 195. I just kind of like the 175, the 170. I'm going to wait for this to start moving, then I'm going to hit approach. 200 is fine for now. And we will make 2600 at Catherine without a, or Catherine without a problem. Yep, pretty sure that's our airport. I'll get the slots in, just so we're a little ahead of the curve. I think we should be fine there. That is starting to move. We will put it on approach. And once we're a little bit closer, VL for localizer and vertical, so aka glide slope. And because we are below the glide slope, once this straightens out, I'm going to arm it. Whoa, there we go. Wow, that changed real quick. Flux 1. You haven't picked up the glide slope, have you? Nope. I know I'm low on fuel. Auto throttle off. And I think that's enough flap, actually. And there's glide slope, perfect. Speed, I want What are you on Mach for? Around 140, 150. Here we go. I kind of messed that up. That's on me. Gear down. It's tracking straight, but that wind is not nice. Pulling a power out to kind of pull this back a little bit. Force the nose to come up. My aircraft. We are really light. And really long. Whoa, 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 whoa. Reverser's active. Washington Monument in the background. That was a horrible landing. I messed up my MCP. That's on me. Reverser stowed. Auto brake off. Welcome to the nation's capital. And if that had been really me, a real pilot flying, I'm sure there'd be army vehicles heading towards this aircraft right about now. Kind of going, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. There we go. From inside the flight deck, the night lighting looks good. Bit of humidity, I think, in the air. Low fuel. Yeah, we are really low on fuel. But good work, SimBrief. You don't want to have a ton of fuel when you land. I mean, you want enough. Granted, I would not have had enough to get to my alternate. So in that regard, they kind of messed up. Now, from the pictures I saw, I'm not going to do it. The interior is fully modeled. If you want to see the pictures of the interior, links will be down in the description below to most of a lot of what I used. I'm not worried about the strobes and that. And to where you can get this airport, I think it looks good having the Washington Monument and all that lit up. Looks good. We'll go over here. There we go. Where are we at? Gate 31. American Airlines. I remember flying on VATSIM one time, And that was the only WestJet. And I was at the Delta gates. And some of the Delta VA pilots were none too happy. There we go. So, there you go, folks. Just a little brief. What do I want? I want you and you. There we go. It is SAM compatible. Usually, obviously, I didn't put it parked in the right spot. No, that's fine. I don't care. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the whole routine, folks. I'll take you up. Links on how you can support the channel, be it PayPal or Xplane.org, a gift card. I noticed you need an account now in 12.1.3. That is for when, I have no idea what that is. Somebody knows, let me know. That is for the Xplane built-in store when it goes live. You will need your registration key for Xplane 12 to be able to create an account. I think the airport looks good. The city looks good. The night lighting, awesome. Click show more, like I said. You'll also find links to where you can get AutoOrtho active. I didn't use any of that. This is default Xplane 12 with SimHeaven, doing the houses kind of stuff. And that's it. Default live weather, no ortho, no active sky, no nothing. So you can see the airport the way it is actually modeled. I think it looks pretty dang good. Should I take you in just for a second, maybe? I don't think this is the terminal. Anyway, it'll be linked down below and you can see where it all is. And that. My computer specs are down there as well. My name's David. It's my pleasure to take you on this trip with a whole bunch of peach pies and pecan pies and yourself from Augusta Regional to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport in Washington, D.C. from Drzewiecki Designs. Until we meet again, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I'll see you in the skies, on the rails, and on the road. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again real soon. Take care. God bless.